What's up guys, Andy with Andy's Auto Care Plus. You know the drill. If you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up during the video, after the video, whatever you want to do. Right now we're going to do, like the title says, we're going to do a quick little unboxing of a new pressure washer. I was sent this to do a review on it. So I didn't buy this, that sort of thing, but I am going to just run it through a couple tests, that sort of thing. See if it's worth buying from a beginner detailer perspective, that sort of thing. Whether or not I would have bought it. I've already upgraded from the beginner style pressure washers, that sort of thing, to I have a Suyncll. I've had a Greenworks, that's what I started out with. I had the Suyncll. So I have a couple pressure washers that I can compare it to, that sort of thing. I no longer have the Greenworks or the Suyncll. But I've used them, and I currently use a Comet and a Suyncll. So this will be a good comparison. They say it's got really high amount of GPM, which is really what you want as a detailer. There's a lot of water pressure. So we're gonna put that to the test. I'm gonna, put it side by side with the Suyncll, that sort of thing. And we're just gonna see if it actually, I'm not gonna measure the gallons per minute, but we're just gonna kind of visualize it, that sort of thing, and check it out. One thing I did find kind of cool about this pressure washer before I got it, there's a bunch of stuff I'm not going to use, but it comes in some different colors that I found were kind of unique. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay without the echo of the shop. But I had them send me a blue one. So if they're going to send me one, I want the blue option, so because I like that. So this is it right here. It feels about the same as the Suyncll as far as size goes. So my guess is it's going to be very comparable to that. I do still, maybe I can get a hold of that one because my son uses the Suyncll now. I could probably get a hold of that and kind of put it side by side. It's actually, probably feels a little smaller than the Suyncll actually now that I'm looking at it, but it's definitely bigger than the Greenworks pressure washer that I used to use. So first impressions, it's a standard little cheaper pressure washer, honestly. There's nothing crazy to say about it. It's hard plastic. There's nothing crazy about that. Got a nice long cord, so that'll be good. That's actually a really long cord, so I'm not sure the specs on that right there. I'll have the specs for the pressure washer when we cut back in, that sort of thing. I know they say it's like 2.1 or 2.2 gallons per minute. That's what they claim. So we'll see. So stay tuned guys. We'll finish off this video. I'll show you this thing in process. I'm not gonna go through walking through putting it together. That's just weird, but I'm not gonna do that on this video, but we'll come back in and we'll actually put this to some use. Okay, so we are back. One quick thing I wanted to add is, check this out. They actually provide all the tools you need, which I didn't get with the Suyncll, unfortunately. But in case you're one of those at-home do-it-yourselfers and you don't have a Phillips head screwdriver to put this thing together, which is actually really easy to put together, they provide you one. They also provide you a small little cheesy wrench, whatever, but it's, it's the thought that counts. So it's kind of cool that that's there. It was very easy to put together. I got it all put together. I haven't turned it on yet. We got water to it and it doesn't look to be leaking. I mean, there's the connection. I personally would put a quick disconnect on this, but if this is just like an at-home kind of thing, it's totally like, it's not leaking, so that's cool. I put it together pretty quickly, just with the tools that it came with. You do have to put on a couple things like this and this piece, which is pretty easy to do. I want to give an honest review on this thing. I don't want to be biased by any means. I've used some inexpensive pressure washers, and that's why I like the idea of this, because it's an inexpensive pressure washer. So here's kind of the overall when it's put together. The hose is a tight traditional hose of what you would get on this price point of pressure washer. It's nothing too crazy. Let's see, I'll show you the specs. It does have it on them, or on the actual pressure washer. So it claims 2.2 gallons per minute. It's saying that max PSI is 3,800 and normal PSI is 3,000. So we will see. Max GPM, I see that, 2.8. That's gonna be interesting. If it actually got that much, that would be insane. But 2.2, I think, is what the Krensla's, most of them are rated at. So if we even feel like it's close to that, I'm gonna be impressed. So let's see here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set this up. All right, so now we're all set up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run the power real quick, plug her in, turn it on. We'll get to hear it. I have not listened to this thing at all. It does have these little protectors. I don't know how good this is gonna be, but we'll see. I did bleed out the water too, by the way, that's important. Okay, so I did bleed out the water. It's got 4 tips on there. I don't know if I zoomed in on that at all, but there's those. I'm gonna start out by using the one I normally use, which is a 10 degree. The quick disconnect on the one actually is pretty good, surprisingly. This is what I can't stand about inexpensive pressure washers. But you could probably get a swivel of some sort for this, I don't know. But you just gotta kind of deal with it with these pressure washers. Okay, that's about all I'm gonna worry about right now. Sounds very similar to a Greenworks. Actually, it's a little quieter. Okay, that actually is letting out quite a bit of water. That is a lot more water than the Greenworks, and it feels like it's more than Suyncll. Okay, I don't like that. But it could have something to do with my water pressure. I am operating off of a well now, so it's not the same kind of water pressure. So that part right there, that's one downside that we're coming across right now, is it can't seem to keep pressure, right? That's what that does. My Greenworks did that after about a year of using it. See if it'll catch up. Nope. See, first time using it, I'm glad that I didn't turn it on earlier. So it does feel, that's a shame too, because it does actually feel like it's producing a lot of water coming out. Let's try a different tip. And this was a 40 degree tip, by the way. Let's go 15. See if we can get good pressure out of this thing. Oh, see, now it stopped. Okay. Well, it's on camera. It's got some pressure, that's for sure. I'm gonna bring you guys in a little closer. See how it does on the ground here. See, so it seems like it takes a couple times of doing that before it actually builds up pressure, which I wonder why. Some good pressure actually. Okay, so other than this whole it going off like that, I'm surprisingly pretty impressed with the amount of water coming out and the pressure so far. So we're gonna go, let's go with the 0 degree just for fun. You can see how that noise would actually be very, very annoying. That's one reason I got rid of my Greenworks, to be honest. So if they can solve that problem, this could be a winner. That's got a lot of pressure. Yeah, that's pretty cool. you. So one of the things I'm gonna do before I end the video is I'm actually gonna use this in the daylight. I have a bunch of pressure washing to do. Actually, I'll probably do that in another video, to be honest, because that might take me a while. But I'm gonna use the heck out of this thing on my driveway because I got moss built up and all sorts of stuff. Let me turn this thing off. So I got moss built up all over my driveway. So I'll do that as a separate video, and I'm gonna wear this thing out and see how good it actually will last for like a bigger project. I don't know if it's really made for that, but I wanna put this to the test because detailers, you guys who are watching my channel, I wanna make sure that if you guys are gonna be purchasing this thing, that it's actually worth the money for you guys. So I'm gonna see how long it'll basically last because I have a really big job to do. A lot of square footage outside. So we're gonna do a lot of pressure washing with this pressure washer just to kind of see the longevity of it, that sort of thing. And if it'll last this entire job, I would definitely say that it's a buy. As far as pressure and the water output, I feel like it could be a buy. My only reason right now that I'm a little worried is how it won't hold pressure like that, or it sits there and runs every couple seconds. I don't think that's normal. Because my Suyncll did not do that, and my Greenworks only did that at the end of its life after about a year to a year and a half. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video thus far. We're gonna call it for right now. This is just a beginning review of this, and I wanna really put this thing to the test and see if it's actually worth it for us detailers. So far, I'm 50-50, so stay tuned for the next one. We'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace, guys. Okay, so real quick, guys, before I close out this video, I went to use it one more time. And check this out, because I turned it off and used it again. I wonder if it's gonna do it now, but. See that? It's not doing that noise anymore. So I don't know if it was because the first time I used it, I'm not exactly sure. But I was just using it, turned it off, or stopped using it, and it's not doing that little pump thing anymore. Interesting. Okay, well, I don't know. We'll see on part 2. So thanks for watching, guys.